Hello friends, it's Glenda Mollet here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here to share with you today this little treat holder that I made for my club members. My blog is called In My Craft Room, and it can be found at glendamollet.blogspot.com. June is the end of my current rotation for my club members, and I always like to give them a little bit of a thank you treat. So I created this little treat that holds 2 cute nuggets, and I thought I'd share with you today how I made it. This one is in real red for the basket part, but I thought I would switch it up a bit and use sweet sugar plum for the base. We're going to use some Flirty Flamingo for the butterfly, some Peekaboo Peach for the flowers, some Emerald Envy for the circle underneath, and some Whisper White for the handle on the basket. So let's get started. First I'm going to use the new Layering Squares Framelits dies. You get 19 dies in this set, and they all layer together, and we're going to use the biggest scallop square one and the big shot. So we'll just get my big shot in here, my very well used tool, and I'm going to put this, I'm using the magnetic platform with this, put the die onto the sweet sugar plum cardstock and roll it through. And I'll just pop this back out of the way. And here's what we have. Take the die off, and we get this cute scallop square. Now we're going to use the scoring tool, and we're going to score it at 1 inch all the way around. So on that side, and flip it and score again at 1 inch and 2 inches. And this one I scored at 1 inch by 2 inch because this die conveniently cuts this sweet sugar plum cardstock in a 3 by 3 scallop square. Now I'm just going to fold on the score lines just so it makes it easier when I'm cutting my ends off. So I'm going to, on 2 sides, you cut down the score lines to the first score line here and flip it around, and I'm going to cut once again exactly the same as I cut on the other side. So your die cut piece should now look like this. Now we're going to use some Tombow glue to hold this together. And I found if you put a little bit on here and a little bit on here, but don't get it too close to this edge on this one because this piece doesn't quite cover it. Then we'll flip it around and put some Tombow on the other side. Now you're going to flip this under and fold this around like that. Try not to get your fingers in the glue. And then do the same thing on the other side. And just hold it for a couple of seconds till it adheres to each other. And then flip it around to the other side. You're going to put this one down, fold this one in, and fold that one on top. And hold it together for a couple of seconds just so it adheres to each other. There. Now we got this cute little box. The next step, we're going to cut out a 1 inch circle out of some Emerald Envy cardstock. And I'm going to cut 2 Petite petals out of the Peekaboo Peach cardstock. and I'm going to cut one bitty butterfly out of Flirty Flamingo cardstock. I have a piece of black foam here that I'm going to use just to do some sculpting on the flowers. I wanted the flower to stand up a bit on the sides. So you just take the round end of aqua pen and just go around in a circle, and it forms the flower. It lifts the petals up a little bit. So there's that one, and I'm going to do the same for this one, but I'm going to do it a little bit closer to the center because I'm going to put one of these inside the other, and I'm just using gentle pressure to get the cardstock to move underneath the end of my aqua painter. Now we'll just get rid of the foam, put a little dot of Tombow, come on the bottom of the one that I made a little bit narrower, and put it on top of the other one. So now we have a layer. Whoops. Oops. There we go. Didn't hold it long enough. There we go. And then just put a little dab of Tombow on the bottom and stick it right in the center of your 1-inch circle. There we go. Now I'm going to use a white perfect accent for the center of my flower. And put it right in there, like that. And there's the flower. So now we have the box and we have the flower. Now I'm going to take the butterfly that I did in Flirty Flamingo and my Wink of Stella clear brush, and I'm just going to go all over the butterfly to make it nice and glitzy. I love bling, and I think that no project is finished without a touch of bling somewhere on it. These new Wink of Stella brushes make it so easy to get bling wherever you want it. Now I'll just let that dry for a second, and I'll find my Whisper White piece. This piece is 1/2 inch, and I'm going to cut it to 6 inches using my grid paper just as a guide. And then put a little bit of Tombow on each end. As quick as a wink. Now, the box has overlaps on 2 ends and just single layer on 2 ends. So I'm going to put the handle onto the end that is overlapped. And just hold it for a couple of seconds till it adheres to each other. And do the same thing on the other side. Make sure they're, oops, straight up and down. And there's our little basket. Oh, my finger stuck to it. There we go. So there's the little basket all done. This fits 2 Hershey Nuggets absolutely perfectly. So what I've done is I've taken them and put them big sides together, and then they just pop right in there. That also helps hold the handle in place. Now I'm going to take the flower, and I'm just going to pull it up a little bit just to give it a little bit more dimension. And I'm going to pop a dimensional on the back of it. And then it will go right on top of the chocolates, just like that. There, we have our flower all done. Now I'm going to take my butterfly. Can you see the bling on that butterfly? Oh, it's so pretty. I love Winka Stella. Wonder where it's been all my life. So I'm just folding the body over my fingernail just to raise the wings up and give it a flat area for the body of it. And I'm going to, first of all, figure out which side I want for my basket. And I want to have the side that doesn't have the ends poking up. So this is the front. And I'm going to put a little dab of Tombow on there. And pop it onto my handle. Just hold it again a couple of seconds till it's stuck good and hard there. There. Now the only thing left is to put a strip of pearls. And I've got a strip of 3 tiny pearls here. And I'm just going to pop them off the backer paper. These pearls are in a string and they're all adhered together. So easy to put onto your butterfly body. Just stick them on there like that, fluff his wings up. And the only thing we have left to do is the sentiment. I put thank you on mine because I'm thanking everybody for spending the past 10 months with me in my monthly stamping club. These would make really cute wedding favors or baby shower favors. Could do them at Christmas time in Christmas colors and say season's greetings or Merry Christmas on there. Now I just need to get a piece of Whisper White cardstock. There we are. I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 7/8 of an inch by 1 inch, and I'm going to use the thank you from Endless Thanks to put my sentiment on there. I'm also using Memento ink. And because this is a photopolymer stamp set, I can see right through and see exactly where I want to put this. I'm just holding it for a couple of seconds, rubbing gently to transfer the ink from my stamp to my sentiment. And we'll just pop some Tombow glue on the back of that. And stick it right on there, making sure that it doesn't overlap past the bottom of the box because I want it to be able to stand up straight. So I'm just going to check it before the glue dries, and there we are. It's perfect. There's my little treat box for you. It holds 2 nuggets. I hope you enjoyed my video today, and I hope you come back soon. We'll see you soon in my craft room. Happy stamping!